You know how fast you were going?
What? How fast you're going?
I don't know. 10?
8.
Be advised, this is an explicit podcast. If you're easily offended, get your panties twisted into a knot. Leave now. Run to your safe space. Get your little cloth for your tears. All the opinions expressed on this podcast are those of the host and his guest and do not reflect the opinions of any local or government agency. Welcome, MOTORCOP Chronicles podcast. I'm your host, Iceman. Gonna jump on here. A little Louisiana crime. It's in short supply down south. I don't know if you can hear sarcasm in my voice, but there's plenty of it. More than enough to go around. Hell, my phone was making noise while we were sitting here. Another fucking story come across. I was like, Jesus Christ. It's crazy. So, hope everybody's having a good week. Of course, we know we got midweek news coming up Wednesday. Tune in for that. You're not going to want to miss it. If you want a great cigar, go to mypatriotcigar.com. Use promo code MOTORCOP15. Get 15% off your order. If you want any merchandise, t-shirts, other stuff of MOTORCOP Chronicles, you can go to the Etsy store or go to MOTORCOPChronicles.com and click on the links. Got all kind of stuff on there. If you want more content, pictures, videos, extra episodes, you can go to Patreon, join up there. It's 3 different tiers. I can understand if you can't afford it because times are expensive. Speaking of, we do have our full crew members. We got Mr. Kelly Meyer. We got MOTORCOP for Life, Jared Nitrous. We got Mr. William Gbo. We got Dan Carlson with Burley Boards. Y'all go check out Burley Boards. Great product. We got T-Bird. We got Hoppy Hoppison. We got Mr. Blake Walker, A.A. Ron from the I Had to Say It podcast. Mr. Z Palmer, Roy Spalding. That's Roy with the S, not Roy with the P. Our favorite Australian girl, JoJo. We got Miss Kaylee Norris and Natasha A. from the great state of Washington. Appreciate y'all. Help me keep the lights on, get some bills paid, get that overhead down. I'm going to jump into it now. So I do have to leave in a little while to go pick up a trampoline for the goats. Go goats, right? Found one on Marketplace for like $60. It's almost brand new. And I guess the goats will like it. So I got to go pick it up, take it apart, haul it home. We're going to start out right here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Stories from WBRZ Channel 2 News. This fella right here, let's pull up his picture. It's a good looking fella right here. Been arrested for trafficking of women. This man was arrested for his alleged involvement in human trafficking. Albert Javier Herrera Machudo, 23 years old. He was booked into the East Baton Rouge Parish Jail on 2 counts of human trafficking. He reportedly came to Baton Rouge a little over a couple weeks ago before he got arrested. A man offered him his job messaging men to set up sexual encounters with multiple trafficking victims. So basically, he was the receptionist for the trafficking. They started investigating this on April the 26th after receiving a 911 call from a Spanish-speaking woman who reportedly claimed she was being held in the South Harold Ferries Road apartment and being forced to have sex with unknown men for money. The woman later said she, along with other women, were being prostituted to pay off a debt, which we've all heard. Cartel people bring them in, hold their passport, whatever, makes them basically indentured servants or whatever they call it, and make them work for them. Say, oh, you owe us this money and you're going to do this until then. Basically making them into slaves. Deputies raided the apartment. They found stupid right here. They found 2 women and over $1,000 in cash, sex toys, multiple cell phones with messages from clients, and several ledger books. Well, I'm glad that the pimps decided to keep proper documentation. Stupid right here. He told deputies that each of the women were prostituted 3 to 4 times a day, and that he would send them to a local store to deposit the money that was collected during the jobs to an unidentified partner. He said he knew he was in trouble, but did not realize until recently how serious this was. You're pimping women for money that are being held against their will. I don't know. Is that not against the law where you come from? I'm pretty sure he was here illegally also. He just stated he needed a job. He was only trying to save money so he could get the rest of his family over here illegally. That's not what he said on the back end of it, but we all know that's the true part of it because that's what they do. So now he gets to live rent-free in the taxpayer hotel. So just, well, if you ship him back to where he come from, he's just going to come back. So the main thing, they don't really want him. He's just a underling. They need his bosses, if he even knows who they are. Which he probably don't. He don't look real bright. He looks stupid. This next one, we have a guy, another nice fella. This one right here. Look how nice he looks. From Hammond in Tangibaho Parish. They arrested this man right here for what? Wasn't skipping class. It wasn't for late library books, and it wasn't even for shoplifting. His name is Christopher Wilson, 25 years old. 25 years old now. That's a young man. Now he done threw his entire fucking life away. Because what did he get arrested for? Yes, right. He killed somebody. He didn't shoot him. No, he stabbed this lady right here. This lovely young lady right here. Stabbed her to death in the back seat of a car. Stabbed her several times with a kitchen knife. They had been talking on social media before he committed the stabbing. Police say he left was in Hammond. He called 911 requesting roadside assistance because he had a low amount of air in his bike tire. So this dude motherfucker ended up being wanted for the cop. He's got a low tire on his bicycle and calls the cops for assistance. Get his ass arrested. They ran his name and so he had a warrant for a separate domestic violence battery charge. He was booked for first-degree murder and armed robbery. So he must have robbed her too. She was 31 years old. It don't say how many children she had. I'm assuming she had at least 1 or 2. So that'll be children that are left without their mother because of this piece of shit. Now, hopefully, he probably won't happen. This probably will not happen. They got him charged with first-degree murder. In Louisiana, first-degree murder, if he's convicted of first-degree murder, that is it's either life imprisonment or the death penalty. I don't know if they're going to go for the death penalty or not. What they'll do is they got him charged with first-degree murder. They'll probably get him to take a plea deal down to second-degree murder, hopefully a second-degree. Second-degree murder in Louisiana is automatic life sentence. Or are they going to go all the way down to manslaughter and he'll get 15, 20 years maybe if they lucky. Hopefully he just pleads down a second, does life imprisonment because a piece of shit dirtbag like this don't deserve to be out on the street killing a beautiful young lady like this for what? Money, drugs, or whatever. Probably money. Maybe she rejected him. His little feelings couldn't take it because these youth today can't take rejection. These kids today cannot take rejection. They're not used to hearing the word no, and they don't know how to handle it when they are told no. People need to do better raising their children. I get told all the time by the wife, stop being so mean. Stop saying this. Stop saying it because it pisses me off with my kids and everything else. And I'm like, you're being too soft on them. Stop giving them what they want. Tell them no. Not everybody is a winner. There are winners and losers. That's the way life is. Real life. The problem is these kids nowadays haven't been taught that. Everybody gets a trophy, right? No. Everybody does not get a trophy. That's the problem today, in my opinion, part of it. This next one right here, see this young lady right here? Mm-hmm. Well, she got arrested in Houston, but she committed a crime here in Baton Rouge. What did she do? She allegedly, that's one of my favorite words, right? Allegedly, lured a man into a parking garage for sex. Dude must have been hard up if you ask me, because there's nothing attractive about this woman. She lured him into a parking garage for sex and then shot him multiple times. Baton Rouge Police Department announced the arrest of Latora Matthews, however you say her first name. Y'all see her. The people watching or whatever can go back and watch. It's at 1556. You can watch it. Look at a picture of her. This woman right here, guess how old she is? Yeah, this woman is 23 years old. She looks way freaking older than this, to me anyway. She looks way older than 23 years old, okay? 23 years old, shot and killed this man on April the 7th. They said Matthews was picked up by the male victim she had met on Instagram and drove to the LaSalle parking garage on Lafayette Street for sex. As a victim who was getting prepared in the car, she shot him multiple times. So this poor dude probably had his dick out, putting a rubber on, and got blasted. He was able to escape and was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening wounds. So he got shot a couple times and didn't die. Maybe she shot him like a 25. Anyway, she took off, and she was later arrested in Houston. She was booked on one charge of attempted second-degree murder and illegal use of a weapon. All I can say is don't pick up prostitutes. I mean, come on. They got enough women out there that would gladly go on a date and give it to you later, I'm sure. I'm glad I don't have to worry about that shit. But, I mean, come on. You going to pay her for it? If you're going to pay for it, at least get a good-looking woman. Fuck. She's not even hot. Not in my opinion. Anyway, maybe some of y'all who are down here think she's hot. I don't think she's hot at all. Moving right along. This young fella right here. We're going to Denham Springs now in Livingston Parish. He is a whole 18 years old and decided to fuck his life up at 18. He was arrested in Denham Springs by the Livingston Parish Sheriff's Office. We can see that badge right there. That's their badge. He was arrested for allegedly using social media to solicit child pornography from 12 and 13-year-olds in multiple states. Sick motherfucker. He's a sick bastard. Why would you want to look at little children? Probably boys, too. Louis Parish Sheriff's Office booked Glenn Walter on several counts of computer-aided solicitation of minors and juveniles, as well as possession of pornography involving juveniles. The 10 victims in the case reported a span of all these victims, 10 victims, 7 states. They began investigating the case earlier in the month after being contacted by the Wolcott County Police Department in Connecticut regarding an incident involving an indecent behavior with juvenile with this guy. So, all I can say, he's a sick bastard. I'm glad they caught him while he's 18 before he's some old dude. They ain't telling how bad it would have got. So at least he got caught young. Let's see if he gets any time. Doubt it. Probably get probation or something the first time, because our justice system sucks ass. It's very frustrating, and let's hope the next time he does it, he gets more time, because he gets when this fucker gets out of jail, he will do it again. I have never met a sex offender yet that once they get caught, never do it again. It's just a matter of when and how bad. Unfortunately. Just the way it goes. I say it's a sickness. Yeah, it's a sickness. It's something fucked up in their head. That still don't make it right, just because they got something fucked up in their head for what they're doing. So, then we're going to Lafourche. And this young man right here, not really young. Y'all see this though? We're at 2032. If you want to see a picture of him, Ralph, Mr. Ralph. I'm not sure how to say his last name. It looks like Frosty the Snowman took a shit on his face and wiped his ass, like a big skid mark right there. I don't understand just that big poof of hair. Just looks like a fucking, like I said, like Frosty the Snowman just fucking shit on his face right there. So what did Ralph do? This is over there in Thibodeau. He's a former middle school art teacher. Mr. Turkey Neck here used to be a teacher. He was found guilty this past Wednesday of what? Sexually abusing a student in 2009. Another sick bastard. He is now 64 years old. He was convicted of molestation of a juvenile, sexual battery of a minor under the age of 13 years old, and indecent behavior with a juvenile under the age of 13 years old. After the 3-day trial, it took the jury a whole hour to convict him. Shouldn't have took that long. What's up, Christina? Should have took an hour to convict this nasty bastard right here. He's 64. The 2009. So he was in his late 50s or whatever. He was in his 50s when he messed with this kid that was under 13. Sick bastard. The victim initially reported the incident to school administrators, with an internal investigation yielding little action and law enforcement not becoming involved. Let's talk about this for a second.
Tomorrow, you'll see intermittent.
Did I say Alexa? Alexa, shut up. I didn't ask her. She starts talking by herself. The problem is, let's talk about schools, not just public, upper, lower, and high school education schools. This includes colleges also. Colleges are probably worse. Universities. When they said that the cops weren't involved, you know why the cops weren't involved? The school didn't notify law enforcement about this child's complaint. Why? Because none of these schools want this shit to get out. Why? Because they feel it makes them look bad. Especially colleges. You think a lot of colleges they don't want the campus police writing tickets and arresting people and doing all this shit. They try to cover so much shit up. High schools and stuff, they don't. Yeah, every one of them need to be castrated. You were completely right, Stacey. They don't. There's a lot of shit that goes on in schools, in all the schools, colleges, and all of them. A lot of this shit goes on, and it's never reported. You don't hear about it because it don't get reported to law enforcement because the schools don't want that shit getting out because it makes them look bad. Smoking, vaping, all that shit like that, they don't let it out. They don't want it out. It says an adult victim came forward again to report the incident directly to law enforcement. Thank God for that person, right? All I can say, this motherfucker would do this shit to one of my grandchildren. Let's just say he might have wanted to turn himself in because that would have been the safest place for him. Because really, personally, jail's too good for him. You basically raped a underage, juvenile child. There's only one place good enough for you. It's real hot. And it's not going to be nice getting there. The district attorney said the testimony of another victim that he abused showed a pattern in a method of his grooming. There's no telling how many victims this piece of shit has through the years if he'd been a teacher that long. He betrayed his trust in his students. Really? You think? Character evidence submitted by his legal team tried to portray the defendant as a rock star. In our community, there's a word to describe what the defendant has done, and it isn't a rock star. It's pedophile. Yeah, exactly. He's a pedo. He also has pending charges in connection to another victim in 2022 for oral sexual battery, and this guy has so many. He should have never been on the street. Why didn't this school in 2009 report this shit to law enforcement? To me, whoever the principal was at the time at that school and didn't report this to law enforcement, they should be charged. Because to me, personally, what about these other victims that happened after 2009 when they didn't do nothing? When it wasn't reported to law enforcement, all them other victims. That's on that whoever didn't report it when they should have. At all. I don't know what's wrong with people. Because they're we'll mess up our reputation. Got the beast, the white beast. Delicious. His next story. We had an inmate. He's being transported. St. Francisville area. Beautiful area. You ever in Louisiana and do get to come visit, go to St. Francisville. Got the myrtles, a lot of plantation and stuff. Plantations down there and stuff. It's really pretty. Anyway, they had an inmate who was being transported from Catahoula Parish to the East Baton Rouge Parish Jail. Well, he didn't make it. Why didn't he make it? Because he got shot. Nice man, who shot the inmate that was being transported? Well, one of the guards shot him. At about 7:30 a.m., this inmate, while he was being transported by two Catahoula correctional officers in the van, started acting like he was having a seizure. Okay. So they pulled over into a nearby truck stop. They went around in the back of the van to check on Mr. Inmate, man. They opened the doors, and he allegedly barged out at the officers. And, of course, he did have shackles on his hands and feet, but he was somehow able to get out of his, he had zip ties on his hand. But anyway, he was able to get himself out of the some of the restraints. People do it sometimes. Some people are really good at it. Anyway, he was able to get one of his hands free. The inmate then attempted to grab the officer's gun, but due to the gun being locked into the holster, the inmate was unable to get the gun and holster. He had then allegedly, I guess he got the gun in the holster or whatever, but he didn't know how to get the gun out the holster. And where the holsters are, you can't squeeze the trigger while it's in the holster. So he had the gun in the holster. Couldn't get it out, so he then started hitting the cop with the gun. He ended up beating the officer with the holster gun. The inmate eventually tossed the gun and attempted to get into the driver's seat of the prison van. At this time, the officer retrieved his own gun and allegedly fired at the inmate a few times. The inmate died on the scene. Hold on a second. I'm going to check on something. Nope. I checked it. I checked for feeling sorries in my pockets and all that shit. I have no sorries or fucks to give for this. The officer that was injured was transported and was checked out. The other inmates were not involved and did not get involved. They officially requested state police to investigate this. That's all that's been said so far. Anyway, the inmate's dead. He fucked around and found out. He tried to get out and escape. Didn't work out for him, and now he's worm food. Like I said, I have no fucks to give for this piece of shit. You know. It's like I said, he fucked around and found out. Good for him. He saved the taxpayers some money, right? Now we're going to Baton Rouge. I go to Facebook over there and I made a meme about some pre-K. They're selling some new pre-K stuff, supplies on sale. Go look at that meme I made. Anyway, in Baton Rouge, they had a teenager arrested. What could a poor teenager do to get arrested? What he did is he called in a bomb threat to a school in South Carolina. How the fuck does this kid even have the number to a school in South Carolina? They say a teenager. I guess because he still got teen in his thing. He was 19 years old. He's not a teenager. It might say his age, might say teen in it, but at 19, you're not a teenager. You're considered a grown fucking man, okay? At 19 years old, he was arrested and will be extradited after allegedly calling in the bomb threat to a South Carolina high school. Trenton Brown called the Carolina Forest High School on Wednesday, the 24th of April, and said that there were bombs at the school. The property was evacuated while law enforcement swept the campus. Of course, no bombs were found, which is a good thing. With the assistance from the FBI and BRPD, Brown was arrested and charged with threatening to use a destructive device. He will be extradited to South Carolina. Like I said, I don't... Was he originally from there? I got all kind of questions on that one. Why would you care about a school in South Carolina? Oh, why did I have a video on that? Well, download it. Might as well go look at it. I don't even know why I did a video.
Made in a gruesome murder case in which a New Iberia woman's remains were found.
School student from Watson is taking legal action after her daughter.
Nope, that's not it. I don't know why I have that down there. Oh, that's why. I have no idea. Anyway, let's move on. This is for the next story. This story here is we're going to Livingston Parish in Watson, okay? We got Fight Club. What happened to Fight Club? We don't talk about Fight Club, blah, 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 right? Wrong. The problem is with this one is you got two junior high girls that got into a fist fight. Happens all the time. Kids fight. Fuck, I can fight all the time. This here is, what the difference is this one is one of the girls, both her parents brought her to the other girl's house. And like, staged, like, said, no, y'all gonna fight, y'all gonna do this. What? Now, one of the little kids, the little girl that was at home, and the other kid, the parents brought the girl over there to fight this girl, has got like a broke wrist and a dislocated shoulder and shit. I mean, the parents were there egging the shit on. Not the little girl that got beat up, but the other one's parents. But we'll watch the story real fast and we can talk about it. It's just all kind of stupid.
Was involved in a fight.
This happened right outside of their home, and the family says the other child's parents were egging it on. As News 2's Abigail Whittam found out, deputies are now stepping in.
Michael, Sylvia, the parents are now facing misdemeanor charges for their role in the fight and not for stopping it.
Shut your mouth. Keep my daughter's name out your fucking.
She must be funneling her inner Will Smith, right? If you hear, keep my daughter's name out your fucking mouth. Of course, you didn't see how some parents acting. Yeah, you can see where the kids getting it, right?
Shut your mouth. Keep my daughter's name out your fucking mouth. Hey, no. Keep your mouth shut.
Now, this woman looked like she was walking up on a man running her mouth like that. Now, y'all know I am totally against men hitting women. But I'm going to tell y'all this. If a woman's you're going to walk up on a man, if you were a lady, well, a lady wouldn't do it. If you were a female and you're going to walk up in the man and get in his face like you're going to fight him and you end up getting your ass popped, that's on you. Don't walk up on a man like you're going to punch him and don't expect that man to defend himself, okay? Like I said, I'm totally against men beating on women, but I'm not against somebody defending themselves. Don't do it.
Phone call no parent wants to receive.
She said, Mom, I just had a fight. I need you to come home. Where are you?
Go. There you go, Jay. Yeah. Don't
Two-time war vet.
That's the parents. There you go. Don't stop.
Elisa Boudreaux says her daughter has been in a feud with another Live Oak Middle School student for a while. And up until now, it's been all words.
As if y'all were watching the video, if anybody wants to do it, that 3544, the countdown, if you want to go back and watch this video, you can see right here, this is Dad over here. That's Dad. This is Mom. Just egging on. Now, you got all these other motherfuckers in the streets, too. You can see these people back here in the background. These are grown-ups, too. They could have picked up the phone and called the cops or something. And if you look at these houses, this ain't the hood they in. I don't know where these people live that brought their kid over here. They may be from the hood, but this ain't the hood that they in. These are, $250,000, $300,000 houses right here.
Shut up. How can a grown person watch two children fight like a dog?
Manly. Oh, manly.
You're not going to touch her.
Hey, mate, come on. You got your ass beat.
Boudreaux says the other child's parents, Jen and Joshua Vaughn, have spoken to her about their 8th grade daughter's drama before, but she never knew it would come to this.
Hey, get in there. Get a hold to her.
Underestimated by far.
She says a few days before the fight, the other mom left a pair of boxing gloves on their front lawn.
Bash her f***ing face in.
I thought it was all over with. But when she left the day that they had the boxing gloves, she told my daughter it wasn't over and she was going to get what she deserved.
Saturday evening, while Elisa was away, she says the Vaughns showed up and...
First of all, you the parent. You the parent and you instigating this stuff. You going over there running your mouth and all stuff like that. No wonder your fucking kid's acting like this, because you a piece of shit. Your fucking parenting skills are not there. You don't do that. The kid's going to fight, tell them, let them fight. But you don't go out there and egg it on. You don't bring boxing gloves and shit. You should try to discourage them from doing it. But if it happens, it happens. You don't go over there and referee it.
Forced her daughter to come outside and fight their daughter. 3 rounds of fighting.
Hey, break and get up.
Before leaving.
Break and get up. This motherfucker the referee now?
Child with a dislocated shoulder and a broken wrist.
Go.
And I'm going to continue to fight.
She needs to sue the fuck out of them parents. Because you know what? That when you have stupid people like that, they can go to jail. You can press charges on them. They don't care. You know what hurts people like that? Pocketbook. Pocketbook.
This be seen, heard, and that their family is held accountable.
We reached out to the Vaughns, but did not get a response by airtime. Both are facing misdemeanor charges of contributing to the delinquency of a juvenile. In addition, the teenage girls are also facing charges for fighting. Live in the newsroom, Abigail Whittam,
I don't understand what grown people are thinking nowadays. Yeah, Billy says he agrees with me, and Stacy says Louisiana Saturday night. You're right. Like I said, kids are going to fight. I fought as a child. Guess what never happened? My parents didn't bring me over there to break the law and commit a fight. Okay? They didn't, you know, oh, ding, 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 round 3. No. The fuck's wrong with these people? The way these people are raising their kid's going to end up in prison. Which might be a good thing, right? Might be a good thing. I don't know. I tried to find some pictures of them and shit on Facebook. I think they either deleted their accounts or whatever. I couldn't find them, but I looked extensively. Didn't find it. Then we're going over here. If Roy P was here, he'd probably be getting excited. See right here, this lovely lady right here. I think maybe her blood pressure's a little up. Maybe that's why she's that red. She needs to do something about them roots, though. Right? Roots are showing. Anyway, this is out of Slidell. Slidell, Louisiana. What did this lovely young lady do? Well, she was a high school teacher. If you notice that I said was in the past tense. She's accused of having an inappropriate relationship with one of her students. She got arrested for having inappropriate relations with a male student. According to police, Alexa, here we go. No, not you, Alexa. Alexa.
I thought I heard my name.
Wingetter, 35 years old. She got arrested a couple Tuesdays ago. Said earlier in March, an investigation got launched after complaints were made that she was having an inappropriate relationship with a male student. She is accused of sending, they say inappropriate. Let's say she was sending pictures of her coochie over to this guy, this kid in her tits. She was sending inappropriate photographs and messages to various social media accounts, according to the police. I don't know how these grown-ass people, period. You know, she going to get in a relationship with this boy. I don't know if they say how old he is yet. We ain't got that in there. And do you not think that, I promise, I'll delete them. I promise I ain't going to show nobody. Bitch, that motherfucker showed every one of his friends. That's 35 years old. You're that stupid. They said they spent the last month conducting interviews and issuing search warrants. They said they found enough evidence to support that she was involved in an inappropriate and sexual relationship with at least, this one of these students, or this one student was 18 years old. To me, you know, he's 18. He's a grown man. I understand they got rules about teachers and kids, but 18. Not a child molester. She acted because she was acting in capacity as an educator. Blah, blah, blah. She had purchased alcohol for him because we all know that sex is better when you're drunk. And he probably lasted longer too, being that young. He probably was that quick. Just assuming he got that whiskey dick and it just lasts a little longer. But yeah, she got busted. I don't understand, you know, why. I mean, yeah, I promise. I'm not gonna. Billy said He best with makeup on. She's hot. She might be. Yeah, send me those pictures. I promise I ain't gonna show nobody. They're just for me because I love you. Really? Couldn't find nobody your age. Couldn't find nobody that you wasn't teaching. Come on, lady. Stupidity out there now intrigues me. Right? But criminals aren't smart. If they were, we wouldn't have any stories to talk about because they'll be getting away with it, right? So let's come on back down to Baton Rouge again. Have another lady. I have a picture of her. This lady here, she is being booked on a hate crime, impaired driving, and ramming police cars in the station parking lot. Says she was booked by the Baton Rouge Police Department on hate crimes and drunk driving and charges after allegedly driving head-on into police cruisers in the police headquarters parking lot. Nicole Sanford, 33, was arrested last Wednesday on hate crimes, aggravated flight from an officer, aggravated criminal damage to property, reckless operation of a vehicle, and operating a vehicle while intoxicated, among other charges. Sanford was reportedly driving in an unlicensed Chevrolet Malibu into occupied police cruisers in the parking lot. After she hit an occupied cruiser head-on, she began to drive away from the scene when the police cruiser flashed his lights. As she began to flee, she reportedly rolled her window down, flipped her middle finger out, and yelled, "Fuck you, Mr. Policeman, fuck you," and before speeding away. The police then did what nobody would ever guess. They chased her while she drove recklessly through the compound and collided with two other marked police cars before jumping the median into the intersection between Airline Highway and Old Hammond Highway. I'm going to tell you, Airline Highway right here is 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like 6 lanes with a raised median. Okay, it's not like it's a little road. It's always busy. After the pursuit, Sanford was reportedly taken into custody at gunpoint. The report notes that she performed poorly on the field sobriety test after she dropped her meth pipe while exiting her car. You gotta hate it when you drop your meth pipe. I mean, most of them are glass. She probably broke it. When questioned, she said she went to the station with the intention of targeting police, adding she came out to wreck police cars. So she got high on meth, drank some liquor, and then said, "You know what? I really hate fucking cops. I'm just going to go over there and run into their cars and shit." I mean, what's the worst that could happen, right? She also reportedly has a suspended driver's license and an active warrant for child abuse and endangerment with the Denham Springs Police Department. She is a very fine and upstanding citizen. I mean, just the only thing that's going through my head right now is Afro Man's song, "Because I Got High." That's the only thing I'm thinking. I mean, yeah, just blame it on the meth, right? Blame it on the meth. Just don't do drugs, people. Makes you completely stupid. Completely stupid. All right. Fucking up police cars. That's the next one. Let's see here. I have a picture or video. I think I might have a picture. Let me see. Is this it? Yep, that's him right here. It's from Unfiltered with Karen. This is a police chief. And I to have two separate law enforcement officials are sounding the alarm when it comes to the police chief in his ability to investigate. This is following a deputy's call for the chief's resignation after being wrongfully arrested and charged with first-degree rape. I don't know if I did this story or not. I don't think they had I might have. They had a deputy that got arrested and charged with first-degree rape, and this was the chief's thing, and it was a piss poor fucking investigation. It was done totally wrong. The guy was exonerated, okay? He was exonerated, but his name had been run through the fucking mud because this wasn't investigated right in the first place before he made an arrest. Chief Jared Tate Solcombe is accused of multiple missteps in the rape and voyeurism case against Mason Truth, a deputy with the East Feliciana Sheriff's Office. Truth's name and mugshot were plastered out all over the place after he was labeled a rapist back in December. He was accused of first-degree rape of a woman he met on a website. The two had been talking for nearly 3 months before they decided to meet up and do nasty. And however, days after he dicked this young lady down on this consensual hookup, she reported that she had been raped. And you gotta watch the women who you're hooking up with. I mean, it hasn't got to the point in this day and age, the way people are now. Men, come up with a form that they gotta sign and get them, videotape them signing the form stating that this is consensual sex, okay, before you have sex with them. So at least you got that piece of evidence. So when they later on they change their mind, at least you can say, well, you agreed to it then. It's coming down to it. A grand jury chose to drop the charges, saying the evidence did not amount to a rape charge or video voyeurism. Now, his investigation methods are being questioned by two high-ranking law enforcement officials and the district attorney, Tony Clayton. Captain Cedric Epps, who investigated the case while at the Point Coupee Parish Sheriff's Office, wrote that he observed multiple issues on how Chief Solcombe handled the investigation. The core issues are allegedly he mishandled evidence, including a rape kit and a cell phone and key evidence on it. He gave false information to the district attorney's office, and he did not take meaningful steps to investigate the alleged crime before making an arrest. Had the evidence been there, and he should have reviewed it, Clayton said. Ultimately, actions of Sheriff Jeff Travis and Major Bill Cox, and because of what our investigations revealed, justice was served. Sometimes it moves slowly. But anyway, we'll see what happens. I mean, he should have done a better job. You just don't run out and fucking arrest people for that shit, even civilians, anybody. You want to make sure that you have the evidence there before you make an arrest in that kind of case. Fuck up people's lives because of that. Next, we're going down to Bruley. This one's from Unfiltered with Karen. Also, Bruley police made an arrest of a man accused of selling sex pills laced with fentanyl and cocaine. So you can OD on fentanyl with a hard dick. Don't take street drugs, people. The Bruley Police Department busted a man attempting to sell sex pills laced with cocaine and fentanyl 2 weeks ago. Police arrested David Weber. He's 68 fucking years old. This man was 68 years old trying to sell sex pills with laced sex pills. You can't even trust Pawpaw no more, can you? And charged him with possession of marijuana with the intent to distribute and possession of Schedule II with the intent to distribute. Officials say Weber was at Athens Greek and Lebanese Cafe in Bruley offering pills to people. Hey, you want to buy some sex pills from me? The assistant chief in Bruley was eating dinner with his family at the restaurant. And Mr. Weber offered the assistant police chief some sex pills. There are a lot of girls who work there who are my daughter's age, and they know me. They told me, Mr. Tom, this guy's acting really weird. I went to talk to him. He had a strong odor of marijuana. Through our conversation, he tried to sell me some sex pills. It was 6 pills for $100. Expensive fucking pills. Anyway, the assistant chief called the officer to the restaurant who was nearby to help search this old bastard, and using the marijuana scent as probable cause. He kind of offered to sell you fucking pills. I think that should have been probable cause. After searching his vehicle, law enforcement found not 10, not 20, but 5,000 packaged pills. Jesus Christ. And another 800 grams of marijuana, 2 grinders, and $7,000 in cash. They said this old bastard is from Nevada. He was traveling from Mexico and stopped in Bruley on his way to Key Largo, Florida. How the fuck did he find Bruley, Louisiana, heading to fucking Florida? I mean, it's not like it's right there off the interstate. Anyway, he was wanted by the FBI, and the drugs had a street value of how much? $1.2 million. Wow. Fucking assistant chief stumbled in his fucking case, sitting there eating dinner with his family, and this stupid old motherfucker trying to sell the assistant chief police sex pill. Yes, Stacy, it's a sad day today in these times when you can't even trust your sex pill pusher to get you good shit without taking fentanyl and dying. But at least you'll die with a hard pecker. I mean, fuck. Really? That's just fucked up. I'm sorry. That's just messed up. We're getting close to the end, people. And the wife's on her way home. We get to go look at a trampoline. We're heading to New Orleans from NOLA.com. Anyway, they had this New Orleans man smoking some crack. People don't smoke crack too often anymore. He must be old school. This man, he got booked into jail, though, because for what? Because he killed this woman, okay? He smoked crack with the woman, and then he shot her for trying to steal his money. It's like, hey, bitch, that's some good crack. Mm-hmm. And she's like, give me your money, motherfucker. And he's like, nope, pow. And he shot and killed her. Mr. Gerald Hill called the police saying the woman had been shot in the Holy Cross area of the city. They went to an apartment building, and they found a woman unresponsible with a gunshot wound in her gut. They brought her to the hospital where she was pronounced dead. They found a revolver in the dresser drawer in her apartment and 1 round out of it. Mr. Hill said he and the woman had been hanging out for hours and smoked some crack cocaine together, because that's what you do. And she tried to take cash from him, and he said, no, bitch, give me my money back. And she pushed him, and he shot her. He did test positive for gunshot residue, and they tried to interview him further before he soon asked for an attorney. He was booked in an Orleans Parish jail on a $500,000 bond. Mr. Hill is also 68 fucking years old. So you got a crack smoking grandpa that's shooting bitches, and you got the sex pill fentanyl selling grandpa. Even old people are out here doing dirt. Jesus Christ. You can't look at anybody anymore and say, hey, he's an old man, he ain't doing nothing. Nope. Fucking grandpas slinging dope, smoking crack, murdering. Everybody's safe. Let's go back to Baton Rouge. They had another student got arrested after threatening to shoot up the school. The Baton Rouge Police Department arrested, how old's this kid? Now, we just finished talking about two grandpas, right? 68 years old, selling dope, shooting people, smoking crack, right? Well, now we're over in Baton Rouge. Kids are threatening to shoot up schools and shit. This little motherfucker is 12 years old. He's accused of threatening to shoot people at the school. Last Thursday, officers responded to a call for that at the Hosanna Christian Academy. God bless them. Upon their arrival, the officers talked to a student and learned another student was threatening to shoot people. Detectives showed up to the scene and learned that this little future felon was 12 years old. He reportedly said he wanted to bring a gun to the school and shoot teachers. They said the officers were able to find him before he arrived at the school. The 12-year-old student was charged with terrorizing. I guess he didn't have a gun on him. 12 years old. 12. Imagine what he's going to be like when he's 68. Yeah. Prison. There ain't nothing going to happen to him. Nothing going to happen to this little fucker at all. I'm telling you right now, nothing. This last one, I don't know what people got against. Well, they used to be Dollar Trees. There's no such thing as a Dollar Tree no more. Okay, was it the $1.50 tree or the $1.25 tree? Yeah, I mean it's bad. But anyway, this lady that was working at the Dollar Tree over here in Baton Rouge, she must have got pissed off about something because she got arrested. He got sick of so much homework. Maybe so. I don't know. He's fucking 12 years old. 12. This lady here, she worked at the Dollar Tree. She got fired. She got arrested. She did $1.5 million in damages to the Dollar Tree. What'd she do? What did Kirstine Dunn do last Wednesday? Oh, yeah. I got a picture of it. This bitch set the fucking candy aisle. What picture was that? Oh, it was her. This bitch, look at this shit. This bitch set the candy aisle on fire in the store. Burnt all that shit up. $1.5 million worth of damage. They don't say why she did it. But she's now a former employee of the store. Did her Snickers not have enough peanuts in it? What happened? You fucked up all the candy. You burnt the Dollar Tree down. Come on now. I hear you, Duke. You pissed off too? You can't have chocolate. Get on your thing back here. Look at him. He's just being needy. Burnt the top, $1.5 million in damage. You think she's going to pay restitution? She worked there previously. Doubt it. Come on, get back here. So, that's all the stories for this evening. If you're not from Louisiana, come on down. We'll gladly, we'll bring you to the Dollar Tree. We got smoked Snickers. Do y'all have smoked Snickers? I didn't think so. We can get you some dick pills that might cause you to die. Or you can go smoke crack with the crack smoking grandpa. We got teachers. If you're young enough, we got teachers that'll love to have sex with you. I mean, it's just like a big gumbo down here, right? Yeah, they probably will hire her back. Cause, like, yeah, you don't do it. There wasn't no sugar-free candy there. Let me tell y'all something about that sugar-free candy stuff. Don't eat too much of it. You ever heard that old saying, too much of a good thing can be a bad thing? Yeah. Don't eat too much sugar-free candy. Because whatever they use to sweeten it with, yeah. It'll send you to the bathroom quick, in a hurry. How do I know this? Don't ask. Don't eat too much sugar-free candy. It will fuck you up. It'll give you the bubble guts in a heartbeat. If it says no more than 2 pieces, don't eat 3. Especially don't eat like 6 or 7 of them because it'll mess you up. Hopefully, this weekend coming up, hopefully I'm supposed to, I've been talking to this lady, very interesting lady. Hopefully I'll be interviewing her Thursday. Hopefully, keep y'all fingers crossed. And, so I'll have a guest for this weekend coming up. Of course, we're going to have, Wednesday we'll have, midweek news as always. We'll know Holster will be here. I think the box will be off, and I'm guessing Freebird should be here. Maybe might have a whole house again. So definitely stay tuned for that. Get your friends to come watch and subscribe, stuff like that. Anyway, appreciate y'all. Stay safe. Watch your back. Watch your partner's back. And remember, we're not sheepdogs, or we are lions around here. And Holster's not here to make fun of it. See y'all Wednesday. Peace.
Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yo, I got a lot of shit to say, so I'ma do this every day. I'll be writing things until I'm